What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Merry Christmas to every single one of you guys. If you've watched the first video, I already dropped an NFL video for Christmas Day. Dropped it about 24 hours earlier. Getting this video out a few hours later than I really intended. I was hoping to have this out before 10 p.m. It's currently 1 a.m. Eastern time, so this is a late video still. Getting the double video out. I am doing something for these videos, so I'm going to be picking two winners from each Christmas video to win free VIP. So make sure you guys are getting both of these videos to 250 likes. If they both hit 250 likes, I draw two names from each channel or from each video. It's late. Bear with me, guys. Your boy's probably going to struggle to get some sentences made tonight. I struggle as is, and when I'm energized and when I'm half asleep, it gets even tougher. But regardless, guys, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. I appreciate all of you guys for the great year that we've had for Fantasy Aces, and I really am appreciative. Last night was crazy, man. We played 3 slips. It was a one-game college football slate, and we cashed every single slip we posted. I had 2 plays for Hawaii over on college football. I took Hawaii money line. I put $220 to win 200. Then I played a Hawaii teaser, 250 to win 151. I played the teaser. It was +8 for Hawaii, and then over on the game total, just in case they lost by a touchdown or something. And both of them cashed because they won the game. We also, and I'm going to show you guys these wins. You guys can see we're up for $5,135 this month so far. Heck of a December. This is from Sportsbooks. For player props, we're up around $4,000 as well. Last night was huge. We had a nice 7X that we posted over on parlay play. So we played both quarterbacks and then the star receivers on each team in a game stack. 125 for me, won 742. Ace posted $100 to win 700. Their payout was a little bit better. Mine was right at a 6X, but still, man, great day for VIP. We played this slip, then we played, here's the Hawaii teaser, 250 to win 152, and then here's the Hawaii money line that I played 220 to win 200. So overall, phenomenal day, guys. If you want to get all the plays, you want to get all these Christmas plays, make sure you guys are joining our WAP. It's only $10 a week, and it's only $25 a month, and you can still get 20% off if you use code NBA. So you can get $8 a week or $20 a month for your first month. Highly recommend you guys sign up. We'd love to have you a part of the community. Like I said, it's been a great month. I'm up almost $10,000 myself. Hopefully, we can continue going throughout the end of the year. And yeah, I do want to say once again, thanks for everybody who is supporting these videos and tuning in. That being said, let's talk about these NBA games. I'm going to take a sip of my drink real quick. And we got a decent slate for Christmas. Not bad at all. I will say, guys, for Christmas Day, there's going to be some star players that I'm probably going to lean on. Now, I'm not saying jump super heavy into this slate. Don't play too much on it. It is Christmas. You never know. Some of these players are going to come and not want to be there, and, you know, they're just going to play like garbage, or they potentially could. So be careful with it. I do think the stars are going to show out, though, on Christmas. I'm expecting some nice games. So for the first game, we have the Cavs versus the Knicks. You got the Knicks -193, a 5.5 spread, and a 239.5 total. Fast-paced game with majority of the money on the Knicks. Now, right now, everybody pretty much healthy on the Knicks. Right now, the Cavs are missing Evan Mobley, Larry Nance, and Strus. If you look at the Knicks, they're missing McBride, Landry, and then I'm not even going to Yabuso. I'm not even going to attempt to say that name. I honestly already did. We maybe butchered it, whatever. But we got Brunson, we got Towns, we got OG Anunoby, we got Bridges, and we got Hart all starting this game. With Mobley questionable, if Mobley sits, it's going to be a pretty I'm not going to say a one-sided game, but it makes my decision to take the Knicks a little bit easier. The Cavs are sporadic. They're one of those teams that can beat the better teams. They can also lose the crappy teams. The Knicks are good, man. When they're fully healthy, this is one of the better teams in the league. I like the Knicks in New York at home. I think they're going to come out here and get a dub tonight or tomorrow on Christmas. So give me the Knicks at -193. The next game we have is going to be the Spurs taking on OKC. Can they make it a three-peat? OKC is 26-4. The Spurs are 22-7. This Spurs team, one of my favorite teams in the league right now with the way they're playing. I'm not even kidding. They beat OKC 2 games in a row. This game is in OKC. This could be where OKC gets revenge. I know this team is going to be mad. They're going to be fired up. They're going to be ready to get a dub. We'll see what happens. I honestly think the Spurs are going to be just as fired up trying to beat OKC, which is arguably the best team in the league. Probably not even arguably. They're the reigning champs. If the Spurs can beat them 3 in a row, they're going to be feeling good. So expect both these teams to be fired up. OKC is -300. Getting the Spurs at +300 is disrespectful. I'm not even going to lie. I'm thinking +200 worse. I know it is in OKC, but still, man, it's a Christmas game. Maybe they're thinking OKC just comes out here and puts it to them. But I think it's going to be a close game. Spurs +9.5. almost a lock in my opinion. It's not, nothing's a lock, first of all. This is sports betting. If you're gambling, make sure you guys are gambling responsibly. Do not take anything as guaranteed advice or anything like that. I'm just telling you, I'm just talking about the games, talking about how I like it. But anyways, pause again. I always say something where I have to say pause every video. Anyways, if you look at the Spurs team, 7 of their last 8 games they've won. OKC, 2 big wins. They actually blew OKC out last game, 130-110. So, yeah, I'm expecting Shea to be a little fired up this game for sure. Wemby starting center this game. Hartenstein's back. They're missing quite a few players. Nothing really that scares me too much for who's out for OKC. I expect a good game. Give me the Spurs plus 300 in terms of a bet, or plus 9.5. I can see OKC winning the game, but at plus 300, Spurs is hard not to take. Now, I do like this 9.5 line at pretty much even odds. I think this is going to be the move if you wanted to actually place a real bet on this one. Public money, 58% is going to be on the Spurs at 300, plus 300. So, yeah, definitely have to play a quarter unit or something like that on plus 300 because they've won 2 in a row versus OKC. They just blew them out. So, anyways, that's all I have to say about that game. Trust your gut. Let's jump into the next one. The next one's going to be the Mavericks taking on the Warriors. This one is going to be in Golden State. You got the Warriors minus 270 at home. Now, that's a tough line right there, minus 270. I didn't expect them to be that favored. I figured it maybe minus 190, something like that is kind of what I assumed they would be at. You got minus 8.5 on the spread and a 227.5 total. Public betting, majority of the money is going to be on Dallas. Now, Dallas has looked good. They just beat the Nuggets at home, 131-130. They are on the road. On the road, they have struggled. They lost 4 straight games on the road. Golden State at home is going to be hard to beat, especially on Christmas. When you look at Steph Curry, we got Christmas Curry, man. Can you really not think that Curry's going to pop off this game? Like, I think Curry has a great game. If you look at Dallas, you got Max Christie, who is probable. You're missing Derek Lively, obviously. You're missing Kyrie Irving. You got Dwight Powell, who's probable. Klay Thompson's probable. P.J. Washington is questionable. Brandon Williams is probable. So you potentially have P.J. Williams out. The rest of these are probably going to play. Klay Thompson going to come out here fired up most likely versus his former team. And I think the Splash Bros are going to pop off. I think Curry's going to come out here trying to show off as well. So give me Steph Curry. I think he's going to be one of the better plays today on today's slate, and we'll see what happens. If you look at Golden State, they're missing Seth Curry. They're missing potentially Al Horford, who is probable. He's probably going to play. Then they got Cryer, who is out as well. But I think Dallas ends up losing this game. I do like Golden State in this matchup at minus 270. I can't play them there. I'm not taking on minus 8.5. If I had to play this game, I'd probably parlay Golden State with another team, but there's not really any big teams that I really like on this slate. So maybe a parlay is not the way to go. Maybe I just fade this one in general. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. Next game is going to be the Rockets taking on the Lakers. Lakers plus 127 at home. 19-9 team versus a 17-10 team. Right now, majority of the money is going to be on the Lakers money line, but majority of the money on the spread is going to be on Houston minus 2.5. This has got a pretty high total at 230.5. Probably going to be pretty decent for props. Both these teams are on 2 losses in a row. Doncic was out last game. He is questionable this game. Hachimura is probable this game. They are missing Jackson Hayes potentially, who is questionable. And then Gabe Vincent is obviously out this game. Houston potentially missing Dorian Finney-Smith. Sengun is questionable. Tate's questionable. And then Van Vliet obviously still out. So if Sengun sits, this game gets a little bit tougher. If Doncic doesn't play, give me the Rockets all day. If Doncic plays, this could get a little bit tougher. The Lakers are my team, man. The Lakers at home, hard for me not to want to take them at plus 127, but without Luka, man, they're just not the same team. So I got to roll with the Rockets if Doncic sits. If Doncic plays, I guess I'll probably end up throwing some money on the Lakers, especially if Sengun gets rolled out. So we're going to watch some injury news on this one. It's not a game I can give you a telltale winner right now. Last game on the slate is going to be the Timberwolves taking on the Nuggets. This one's tough, man. Nuggets minus 126 at home, 3.5 spread with a 239.5 total. Fastest paced game on the slate. Minnesota's been looking good lately. Right now, 57% of the money is going to be on the Nuggets with 60% on the Nuggets spread. If you look at these two teams, the Nuggets are coming off of a loss on the road versus Dallas. Before that, they had won, like 7 of their last 8 games. If you look at the Timberwolves, they've won 5 of their last 6. They're on a 3-game win streak, beating OKC and the Knicks. This Timberwolves team has been on fire. On the road, they've won 3 straight with Golden State and the Pelicans being 2 of those 3 games. If you look at the Nuggets at home, the Nuggets have been good at home. They did lose to Houston one game, beat Houston the other game. This game could go either way. Jaden McDaniels is questionable. Denver's still missing Aaron Gordon, Christian Brown, and Cam Johnson with Bates as well. So I don't know why I almost forgot Bates when he was the top one on there. But anyways, if you look at head-to-head data, majority of the games and both games on the road, Minnesota has won. So Minnesota has come into Denver the last 2 games and beat them at home. So looking at this, the way they've been playing, the Timberwolves plus money, I don't dislike it. Now, if I was going to play a parlay with Golden State, like I was saying, I could maybe take the Timberwolves at like plus 8.5, something like that, to make the spread up there and make it like minus 200 odds, and then you can get that for almost even. So we'll play around with the spread on that probably. I'm kind of leaning towards the Timberwolves. I don't trust the Nuggets after playing on the last game and they sold my money line sweep by 1 point. So don't trust the Nuggets a lot. Nuggets are one of the better teams in the league for sure, but they're playing against a really strong Minnesota team. So this game is also a coin flip. Trust your gut on this one. If you like the Nuggets, play the Nuggets. If you like Minnesota at plus 127, take them. There's no reason not to in that game, in my opinion. But that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump into some player props. Now, here's what I'm doing. I know I usually run 2-mans. Today, I'm running 2-mans for crap value and then throwing in a third freer pick to make it almost a double up. So that's what I'm running on these. If you want to fade them, fade them. If you like the plays, play them. We've been killing it, and I'm going to continue doing the things that have been working for me. So I will say, guys, right now down in the description, there are going to be 7 apps that I use and that I'm partnered with. If you sign up for any of those 7 apps, you will get a free month of VIP for each one that you sign up for. You can get up to 7 full months for free. Support the channel. Sign up for one of those apps if you haven't already. Parlay Play is one of the best ones out there. I'm telling you right now, I keep a big bankroll on Parlay Play for a reason. If you don't have Parlay Play, it is awesome. They give tons of promos every single day. The value is decent. It's better than majority of apps. Sometimes they get beat by other apps, but majority of the time, Parlay Play is on top of things, and they have good value. They're definitely a newer platform, so they're not like, in terms of aesthetics, the best platform out there. I know some people go just based off of aesthetics, but I like Parlay Play a lot, guys. One of my favorite platforms by far. And Code Fantasy Aces gets you a free month of VIP, a deposit match up to $100, and a $5 free bet. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. But let's jump into our first pick of the day. First pick of the day is going to be for our man De'Aaron Fox. I am taking Fox today to give us 5 assists. Now, this is a line. If you want to buy it down, you can. It's a 1.5 or 1.6x for him to give us 5 assists. He's cashed at 7 of his last 10 games in 3 straight games. He's cashed at 64% on the season. He's averaging 6.36. Now, what we're going to look at is we're going to look at games with Victor Wembanyama. On the season so far, out of 10 games with Wemby playing, Fox has cashed at 7 of 10 games. He's averaging 6 assists. 3 straight games. Head-to-head versus OKC, he's had 1 of his last 2. He did have 4 in one game, 9 in the last. OKC has a very strong defense. They don't give up very many assists. If you go to the guard position, still not very many assists. So OKC is not one of those teams you're going to get a very a good matchup against. But Fox is going to come out here and play, guys. He can facilitate. Fox is a good player. I know we struggled a little bit. He's a very good defensive player. But I think Fox can give us 5 assists here. And I'm taking a chance on him tonight or today versus our I almost said our team Green Bay. I don't know what I was about to say, boys. This is late. You boys ready to sleep. I ain't going to lie. I may have had a few too many mules. It's happened. I've had some mules tonight, so I'm feeling pretty good. But anyways, give me Fox for plus 4.5 or for 4.5 assists. And no, I'm not drunk. So these plays are not drunk Ryan plays. I'm just saying I like these plays a lot. I'll support them even when I'm 100% sober. So give me a Fox for 1.53x on his assists, and then we're going to lock in 2 plays to pair with him. The first one's going to be for our man Kevin Durant. I'm taking KD. KD straight from the banned list. I don't play KD very often, but KD on Christmas. I'm going to trust him, man. We got him playing versus the Lakers. This is going to be a big game. 29.5 PRA is low for him. He's cashed 8 of his last 10 games, and he has cashed his 72% of games on the season. If you look at the Lakers give up decent amount of stats, not a ton. If you look at it versus the forward position, to the small forward and power forward, they give up a crap ton of stats, especially to the small forward. So we've got a great matchup for our man KD right now. I expect him to have a pop-off game head-to-head versus the Lakers. He's played well in the past, averaging 36 PRA. Not much more I need to say. KD can do it all. If Sengun sits, obviously KD's going to have to step it up. And 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists is way too low for him. So let's pull up Kevin Durant. Durantula for over 29.5 PRA. So here we go. It's a 1.22x. This gives us a 1.87x. Not bad value. Now, here's where you can get the double up if you want. Now, I like this line. But what I was saying is I do like Shea and Steph Curry here. So I like Shea for 25 points. He's good for 25 points pretty much every single game. I will say that. So 24.5 points. He's cashed 10 of his last 10 in 93% of games on the season. Head-to-head, he's cashed it a lot. So you could throw in Shea here and get over a double up, or you can just play the 1.9x. If you don't want to play Shea right here, gives you a 2.03x. 250 is going to win us a little over 500, or we can just get rid of them and play the 1.87x. I'm just going to play the 1.87x, I think, here. I didn't realize it was that close to the double up already. So we're just going to play this, play it safe, give me Durant and Fox, and we're going to lock them in our first slip of the day. And we'll keep Shea on the back burner and see what we're going to do with him on the next slip. Because I do like Shea. I think that's almost a guaranteed line. Now, nothing's guaranteed. 25 points for a 1.1x is complete trash value. Yes, I know that, but hit rate's there. And if you want to throw him in there just to boost a play, I don't think it's a dumb play. Second slip, not last play, but second slip we're going to start with is going to be for our man Julius Randle. So give me Julius Randle for 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This is a game where I think his PRA is going to be one that cashes. At 29.5, he's cashed 7 of his last 10 games, and he's cashed it 77% of games on the season. Now, some of these games have been missing some players. Right now, they are fully healthy. Jaden McDaniels is questionable. If he sits, obviously it leads to more usage for our man Randle. Randle right now is averaging 35 PRA on the season, and he has had a head-to-head. This is a great head-to-head matchup for our man Randle versus the Nuggets. 36.5 PRA over his last 6 games. He had 40 and 34 in his 2 games this season, and he has popped off. Now, Denver does not give up that many stats. They give up middle-of-the-pack points, middle-of-the-pack assists, and not very many rebounds. If you look at them versus the power forward position, not many at all. 7th, 4th, and 26th. To small forward, it's 22nd, 13th, and 15th. So the matchup's not the greatest, but head-to-head, he's killed it, man. Randle's hard to guard. I'm expecting him to have a good game here on Christmas. Once again, like I said, I think these star players are going to come out here and show out on Christmas. I don't think they're going to roll over. I don't think they're going to come out here bummed out because they're playing. I think they know they're going to put on a show, and they're going to try to give us a good game tomorrow. So hopefully that happens. Give me Julius Randle for 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and we'll show the slip here in a minute. The slip we locked in the first time. Julius Randle. 29.5 PRA is a 1.3x. Now, this one, you do need 3 players for sure to get that double up. So, who did I pair him with? Give me Stephon Castle. Give me Castle over 9.5 points, about as free as it gets. His line's sitting at 17.5. At 9.5, he's cashed it 8 straight games. He's cashed it 95% of games on the season, averaging 18 points. Head-to-head, he's cashed it 4 straight versus OKC. He has popped off versus OKC in both games that they played this season. So give me Castle for 10 points. It's minus 840 for a reason. Like he's good for it, most likely, unless he just has a horrendous game. You can. They took him off the board. So I'm going to put him at 12. It's just another bucket, but we'll see what the value is. So who did I pair Castle with, the third player? It was going to be for our man Curry. So Steph Curry, I was going to play for 24.5 points as well. His original line's 28.5. He's cashed 7 of his last 10 and 62% on the season. This is a game. This is a prop where it gets a little bit risky. Curry can have those off games, but on Christmas, I don't expect it, man. He could drop 50 points. We've seen Curry do it. Christmas Curry's coming out here. Head-to-head data's been good versus Dallas. Dallas, he's cashed no games this season, but 4 straight games, averaging 29.5 points. Like I said, the Splash Brothers probably going to come out here and try to show off a little bit. I expect Curry to have a good game at 24.5 points. So let's give me Curry. I think a discounted line for him is definitely a play that I would be willing to go for. This gives us a 1.95x with Castle at 11.5 points. It's a 1.7x without Castle. If we threw in Shea, maybe we swap out Shea instead of Castle. That gives us a 1.93x. So it's the same value for Shea or for Castle at 12. What does Castle look like at 12? Because I had him at 10 and it got removed. And yes, it was on the board. I did check. 11.5. We're still looking at a 95% hit rate. Doesn't change the hit rate at all. This is an extra bucket. He had 12 shots in 16 his last 2 games versus OKC, I think. Or 12 and 16. Let's be honest. I think Castle's good for 12, but I think Shea might be the move. Shea's a star for a reason. I might just run this. I might run Shea 24.5. I think Shea's going to pop off versus the Spurs. I really do. Castle might be better than Curry. What's the payout on this? 1.58. Yeah, that's terrible. All right, never mind. We have to play Curry. So we'll do Curry at 24.5. And then they took 24.5 off. Now he's 23.5. Bro, parlay play being on some BS right now. Okay, we'll play 23.5 for Curry. Did I have 23.5 selected? I have 24.5 wrote down. Did I have 23.5 selected? I don't know, man. We're going to lock this in. 1.96x. I like this slip a lot. I like both Shea and Castle if you'd rather play Castle. But we obviously have our NFL slip we locked in on the NFL video live. We got this Fox and Durant play, SGA, Randall, and Curry play. Potential payout $1,500 with 750 entries. So we got our double ups. I'll refresh so you can see everything is legit. We got them locked in. So that's what I got for today, guys. Lock them in if you like them. Fade them if you don't. I know there's some goblins. It's Christmas. Guys, enjoy your Christmas day with your family. If you don't like the bets, don't play them. Don't overplay on a slate like this. Like I said, these holiday slates can get ugly sometimes. Take it from somebody who's been doing this for a long time, and I've been through it. I know that sometimes you get excited for these Christmas slates. Like, yeah, I think these players are going to pop off, and they do nothing. So that is definitely a risk. Don't play super heavy. Be smart. Hope you guys have an awesome Christmas. Leave a like and a comment on the video and join our Discord if you're not in it already. We'd love to have you guys in there. But anyways, that's all I have for today, guys. I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video, and I'll see you guys hopefully on Friday morning.